This 2-day, the worst 2 days for the Dow of the year?
I would think so. I mean, we've been waiting for it. We've also been waiting for the chairman to speak, so we've gotten that. Now there's really nothing to look forward to except for earnings. People think earnings are going to be a little bit lackluster. Europe's still a mess. So what do you have to look forward to?
But doesn't that make the U.S. more attractive than anywhere else in the world right now?
That was the story. But the problem is, was the U.S. propped up by Ben Bernanke, or was it real substantive, fundamental bullishness? So we're starting to see that it was just about Ben Bernanke for now. So we have to see if these levels hold.
I mean, housing would have you believe otherwise. The Philly Fed today would have you believe otherwise.
But housing were reliant on rates. ISM numbers have been weaker. So there hasn't been a lot to, if you look at some of the revenue, we've seen some revenue misses. So there hasn't been things that you really substantive.
On housing, there's a difference between profitability of housing and a housing recovery. Housing stocks can fall because they may not be able to make abnormal profits. It doesn't mean to say that the housing recovery is not still in place.
It's still a supply-demand issue, to your point, and I think that still works to the bullishness. But the problem is, with stocks factor in 6 months lead time. So we're factoring in the profitability of these companies.
Steve, let me, complacency. We're only 5% from the S&P high.
Right.
You think there's too much complacency out there?
I do think that. And when you see, David, when you see a little bit of a sell-off, it feels like we're down 5-10% on days when we're down 1%. So people have been waiting for this for so long. They do get a little antsy on the sell side, and they think it's going their way.
Do you want to talk about the levels? Bank of America says you've got this matrix of support here, 1615 to 1597. We're just above that.
Well, they're talking about 1598 is the recent lows, so we have to see if those hold. Right. Then below that's the 100-day, 1576 in the S&P cash.
And if we break that?
If we break that, it gets sloppy. But you know what? Today is sort of a sloppy action day. We have to hold 1,600 law of round numbers.
I was going to say, if you don't fall down 219, sloppy.
Yeah, it's a couple of days back-to-back, but it really is a test to see if that 1,600 level will hold. And if it doesn't, you have to look at hedge funds. 90% of them are trailing the index. This could be their shot.
You need to buy these dips and send us higher.
It could be, unless they're short, and it could be their shot to really catch up and make some alpha, and create some alpha for themselves on a day like today that could turn into a week. Because I'm telling you right now, we're looking towards earnings as the next catalyst.
Yeah. All right, it's good to see you.
Thank you.